Hey, folks, and welcome back to the Ocean Hour podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Gorman, and with me is professional sailor Frankie Clapcich, who's just days away from setting out on the Transat Café L'Or. Frankie, let's just jump right in. Where are you right now, and how have the last few days been going?
Well, hi everybody. I'm in rainy and super windy north of France in Normandy, in Le Havre. And only a few days left till the start of the Transat Café L'Or. Things are getting ready. Today the village was shut down because the wind was too strong. There's too much rain, so they didn't want to have too many people around. But of course, behind the scene, the work is keep going. All the tech team is getting the boat ready. There's been a lot of media. We have all the 11-hour racing, guys here, like just checking the boat. A lot of events. It's been so far a really cool experience.
Amazing. All right, so it's been a little windy and rainy there today. Are you monitoring what the first few days or even the next couple of weeks are looking like weather-wise, and can you give us sort of any predictions there?
Yeah, look, I mean, we just finished a weather briefing, so that's timing is perfect, and it seems the start will be extremely interesting and quite windy with some, decent amount of waves. So we will see probably some good action on the water and adrenaline going probably in the blood for us on board. Overall, the overview for the next couple of weeks is not the easiest in the Atlantic. For everybody in the U.S., you might know or not, but there is like some sort of like storm forming in the Gulf of Mexico, and of course that then will move in the Atlantic and create a lot of like disturb in the weather system. So right now it's not a super easy crossing, but things can change extremely quickly. So we're just monitoring the weather, studying as best as we can, and really looking forward to just start the race and get it going.
I was watching a recent interview that you did, and you mentioned that sometimes the English Channel can be brutal. And for those of us that have never sailed the English Channel before, can you sort of explain what might come up for you there?
If you never sailed in the English Channel, I mean, don't start. It's not the best. It's not the best place ever. No, joking apart, is a pretty tricky place in the world. The current is really strong, and it mostly go only in two directions. So it goes for a few hours, east to west, and for a few hours west to east, and depending a bit the direction of the wind, you can have really steep and short waves. So especially for boats like ours that of course perform extremely well when the water is quite flat, having that kind of sea state is always quite complex. But at the same time, it's the challenge of the race, and all these kind of historic races are really starting either in the English Channel or in Brittany. So it's all like pretty tough places in the world, and that's part of the game, and we're ready to take it on.
Nice. All right, you've got about T minus 2 days before you actually set sail here. So what's the next 48 hours look like for you?
Hopefully get as little rain as possible of me, moving from one place to the other. The village is quite big. There is like a little kind of like river, and all the boats are in the two sides of it, and there are like stands and activation and a media center, restaurants, bars. So the life in the village is quite cool, and so far I've been really enjoying it. Being part of it is my first time in this race. One of my kind of objective before getting here was really to try to live this experience 100%, and just purely enjoy it. So I guess the next 48 hours are the final preparation for the boat for sure, but we are in a really good place. I feel everybody in the team works so well to make sure that the boat is ready and everything is ready to go. So it's really about getting the last interviews done, this last chats around with other people done, more weather briefings, and yeah, I need to still pack my bag. So I guess that can be my project in some free time when I can find it.
Yep. Amazing. If you don't mind, just how's Will feeling? Will Harris is your skipper. How's his head going into the next few weeks?
Oh, he's great. You know, he's been extremely involved in what all the preparation of this race is, and he has so much experience in like weather and routing and all that part. You know, he's been on the boat setting up computers, and no, it's amazing. He has his family here, so of course he's trying to juggle a little bit of time between his family, the kid, and try to get things ready. And at the same time, I think it's really good for him to have all the people that he loves close here in the village, and he's able to spend a few hours with them. And so no, so far he's always around with a big smile on his face, always really keen to do a lot of different activity. We've been to the gym every day together, working out. I think it's kind of like a way for us also to create a good bond far away from the boat. But then all that feelings you're really bringing it, on board, and in the end you always remember the good memories. And you can win or lose races, but you will always remember the good time that you spent in the village, the good time that you spent with your team, all the help that you get from everybody. So it's really important for us to soak it in and enjoy it.
Amazing. Well, it sounds like you're getting ready to rock here. My last question for you: you're so multifaceted and talented. Is there anything that's coming up that you've been sort of unexpected for? Anything that you're nervous about, or are you feeling pretty much ready to just go rip this thing?
I feel quite ready. I don't know if maybe it's a bit of a rookie mistake of feeling like, oh, the boat seems pretty reliable. I know, like,
I don't think any of us think you're a rookie. That's for sure.
no, but you know what I mean. And of course, I mean there is always a bit of a prince, like I don't know. I just think about the weather, and I was like, okay, it might be windy in the first night. We have a lot of objectives for our race. It's not just a result; it's a first race for our project. So I definitely feel some, responsibility, making sure that the boat will be in a good shape, that we don't do any damage in the first 24 hours. That kind of things are always kind of lingering, in the back of your brain, and I, of course I try to like really push it away, because at the end I cannot be in control of everything, and you can control certain things, and then we are all human beings. If you make some mistakes, that's part of the game. But for sure, I mean, it's not the easiest place in the world to sail. It's a pretty intense season in the year. We are almost at the door of winter, and the weather is getting a bit, tough during the winter. So for sure, there is a bit of that, and just about, it's quite busy. You're always busy. You're a bit the face of the team, so of course everybody want to like want your face or your photos or your interviews everywhere. But at the same time, for me, it's also important trying to get some time for myself and just some quiet time to enjoy it and be ready and rested for Sunday.
Amazing. Well, we know you've got a lot more to do in the next couple of days to get ready here. We're cheering you on. For folks that are listening at home, we're going to do a couple of interviews while Frankie is out at sea and hear how things are going actually out on the water. You got fans all around the globe. We're cheering for you, Frankie. Have an amazing 48 hours until you set sail.
Thank you. And I cannot promise a good audio quality once I'm on the boat, but I will do my best. All right. So
It's all part of it.
yeah, it might be a bit like noisy in the background.
That's right. That's what we're looking for. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.